Hi Stampers! This is our second video for the September online card class. Here's the card we are creating, card number 2. And just a reminder, here is the stamp set that we are using, a little something, and this time we're using Thinking of You and the leaf side of the set. Here are the pieces included in your card kit for card number 2. There's the old olive card base, very vanilla, a strip of old olive, this piece of designer series paper, a banner cut piece of Calypso coral, your scallop punch piece of old olive, a 1.5 inch circle punch of Calypso coral, and 1 3/8 inch of very vanilla. This is what we're going to be stamping on, and then a small little pearl to finish off the piece. So the first technique that we can do is applying ink straight to the stamp with our markers. So what you'll do is you'll use your marker with the flat side, okay? You don't want to use the tip, and you're just going to color with Calypso coral on Thinking of You, okay? You don't have to go real fast. You do want to use the flat side, otherwise it will damage the tip if you go like this. Okay, so we've got that all inked up. Okay, so then we'll go to our old olive, and we will again use the flat side and ink up the leaves at the top. Okay. Then at convention one year I learned about this. You give it the breath of life, which means you breathe over top of it. Okay, then we're going to place it rubber side up and put our paper on top. Rub with our fingers again, just like in card number 1. Okay, and then let it come out. And there we have our stamped image. An alternate method to using markers on your stamp is to use the ink pads, again similar to what we showed in the first card. We're going to squeeze the stamp pads. This is Calypso coral and old olive. So if you have the ink pads but not the markers, this would be a great way to do this. Okay, so we're going to take our blender pen, make sure it's clean, grab some ink on the Calypso coral, and we're just going to use just like we did a marker. Okay, the only thing is you might need to go back a little more often to grab some ink. Okay, you can see we're just inking that all up. We'll make sure we get that fully covered so we get a good stamped image, right? Okay, make sure we get all that Thinking of You. You can even use a little bit more going up and down. All right, okay, so we're gonna clean that one off. And if you can't quite get it clean, you can always use the other side. Keep one for pinks or one for greens. Okay, so we're going to use the old olive, and then we're going to color in the leaves up here at top. I'm just gonna get as you can there, get that all colored in. Okay, so then we're going to give it the breath of life again, and then we're going to place that right on top again like we did before. Give it a good rub, make sure we get that image on there. I'm going to make sure not to move your paper. Okay, so there we have our image using blender pens and the ink pads. We're almost done stamping, and we need to stamp our leaves in the corner. It just gives it a little bit of a added touch to the inside of our card. If you'd like to add some more, feel free to add some more. So we'll start by adding this decorative dots piece to the front. This is embossed with the decorative dots embossing folder in the Big Shot. Okay, I'm going to center that up on the card front. Then we're going to add this little strip to the back side of our designer series paper. Okay. I think I got a little crazy with the snail, but you just want a little bit peeking out. And I realize I'm doing this upside down, but it's gonna be right side up. So we're gonna add this piece here to the side. So let's add some snail, okay, to both sides there. I'm gonna line that up, the edge of that piece. Then we're gonna take our banner and adhere that across there. We're again with some snail. Okay, so out there. Now we're going to assemble our stamped image onto our circle and then onto our scallop circle. And again, similar to card 1, we're going to adhere that with some dimensionals. These are really great adhesives. I usually find little hexagons all over my house, even though they're all out in my stamping room. They just scurry everywhere. And then the last thing we're going to do to top it all off, we're going to take the pearl and add that here to the middle of the little leaves. Again, I'm using my paper piercing tool to easily add that pearl. Thank you for joining us for card number 2 of the September 2015 online card class.